Right now, companies aren't just cutting DevOps roles, they're dissolving them into other teams. The engineer who used to manually configure servers? That job got swallowed by a YAML file and a pipeline trigger. But here's what the job market won't tell you. The people who held those roles are now the most fought-over hires in tech. The catch is, only if they pick the right door. Here's what nobody tells you about a bad pivot. It's not just the year you spend learning the wrong stack, it's the year of experience you didn't build in the right one. That's a 2-year gap against someone who chose correctly on day one. And in DevOps, where salaries diverge by 40% between generalists and specialists within 3 years, that gap isn't just time. It's compounding money you never get back. The calculator doesn't lie. Most people pick a career path based on gut feeling. That's like choosing a stock without reading the financials. So I built a decision matrix that scores each path on 5 criteria. And the results surprised me. Platform engineering scores highest on salary ceiling, but it also has the steepest learning curve because it demands product thinking, not just infrastructure skills. SRE looks safe on paper, but its automation risk score tells a different story. The numbers don't lie, and one path pulls ahead for most DevOps backgrounds. Here's what makes platform engineering different from the other 2 paths. You're not just keeping systems running, you're building a product. Your users happen to be the developers inside your company. That mental shift trips up most ops engineers. They're used to tickets and incidents, not user interviews and roadmaps. The teams doing this well treat their internal developer portal the same way a startup treats its app. They measure adoption, gather feedback, and ship features nobody asked for but everyone needed. That product mindset is exactly why salaries run higher. Companies aren't paying for your Kubernetes skills. They're paying because you can design tools that make 500 other engineers faster. Here's the thing about SRE. 5 years ago, knowing how to set up Prometheus and write incident runbooks made you indispensable. Today, platforms like Datadog and PagerDuty are packaging that expertise into click-to-configure dashboards. The skills that got you hired are becoming product features. That doesn't mean SRE is dead, it means the baseline keeps moving. The engineers who thrive will be the ones designing reliability strategies, not just executing runbooks. Think of it like accounting before spreadsheets wiped out bookkeepers. The profession survived, but only for those who moved up the value chain. If you pick this path, plan to climb fast. Here's why DevSecOps stands apart. Every time a government passes a new data privacy law, and they're doing it constantly, someone has to translate that legal language into actual pipeline rules. Tools can scan for known vulnerabilities, sure. But deciding whether your system actually meets a brand new regulation, that takes a human who understands both the code and the intent behind the law. That's the moat. It's not just that security work is hard to automate, it's that the rulebook keeps changing faster than automation can adapt. Companies that got fined hundreds of millions under GDPR learned this the hard way. They had tools. What they lacked were people who could interpret what the rules actually meant for their specific architecture. Here's why this matrix works. Platform engineering has the highest salary ceiling, but it demands product thinking. You need to understand what developers actually want, not just what the infrastructure needs. SRE gives you the smoothest on-ramp because you're already firefighting production issues. That skill transfers directly. DevSecOps is the safest long-term bet against automation. Security decisions require human judgment that I can't reliably replicate yet. And if you're early in your career with no clear specialty, SRE builds the broadest foundation. You'll touch networking, observability, and incident management, which gives you enough context to specialize confidently within 2 years. Here's why this works. Most people stall because they try to learn everything at once. But your last 6 months of tickets and projects already contain the answer. If you've been writing Terraform modules, platform engineering is pulling you in. If you've been firefighting outages, you're building SRE muscle whether you realize it or not. One decision. 1 month. That's all it takes to stop drifting and start compounding.